cut the lights to save the last generator. The hallway filled with breathing and the scrape of rubber wheels. Outside, the fuel line wrapped around the broken overpass. Someone sold their wedding ring for half a tank to leave. A cargo captain slept beside unopened shipping logs. The harbor cranes stood frozen with their shadows on the bay. He told the crew to ration water down to paper cups, then watched the youngest deckhand throw his passport away. And all day long the numbers climbed, the cost of heat, the cost of steel, the cost of saying wait one more week while families cross the border field. Somewhere a child learned silence fast, somewhere a leader bought more time, and every screen kept asking us how close the fire runs tonight. A woman climbed 12 flights because the lifts had finally failed. She carried food in shopping bags tied tightly at the wrist. Inside her room the signal flickered once, then disappeared. Her mother's face froze halfway through the sentence she had missed. The traders watched the bond yields rise before the morning bell. Factories delayed another month of promised overtime. A father folded uniforms into a cardboard box, then took a train to find work farther down the line. And all day long the numbers climb, the cost of grain, the price of trust, the distance people make themselves when every promise starts to rust. Somewhere the shoreline held its breath, somewhere the pilots checked the sky, and every kitchen table asked how many warnings pass us by. By evening people gathered on the apartment roof for air. No music played, just traffic far below the cooling rain. A teacher said if this is peace it still arrives in pieces. Nobody answered, but nobody left again. Then one man handed bread around before he fed himself. A nurse rewired an old machine with parts from something else. A boy translated news aloud for neighbors on the stairs, and suddenly the world was not the men who made despair. So hold the line where you still can, hold the door and share the heat. The earth keeps turning through the smoke, through empty docks and crowded streets. The night is loud with bargaining, with threats disguised as borrowed time. But somewhere hands are building back what fear could never organize. And morning comes and damaged waves still carrying